Another day, another market series recap. We got the price action of December 15th through the 19th. Very busy, but we are getting it in. This is why I like this series, because I have a clean framework for what I must do. I must complete the market series recap, forcing me to backtest a whole week of data, ensuring I study every day, which I would do regardless. But now I got a little extra drive, a little extra fire underneath me. Be like, I got to put out these videos for my 0 to 1 viewers. I must. Anyways, let's get into it. Alright, so let's not get into the 4 hour. We already get the candle closure, obviously, based upon this. But if we were to replay this, you can see that we have SMT at these highs. Boom, I got my two little lines here for some reason. Doesn't matter. Clean draws on ES. Two failure swing, or a failure swing to this ERL, which NQ has already taken. So this is a middle asset SMT break. If you saw the candle as that was previously shown, it doesn't get there, which was a crazy. I remember trading this day, but the next day I do remember delivers. But for this day, this is the weakest candle. YM is the strongest. ES is the more so middle ground, as it usually is, as it's pretty bullish as bearish as well. Jesus, can't speak. So this is just pretty simple. Frame EQ, trade lower. Find 4 hour, 1 hour key levels within that EQ. Must see them respected, and then trade them lower. I mean, it doesn't get much more simpler than that. We got 2200, 2 a.m., 6 a.m. Let's zoom in here. 6 a.m. is pretty clean, no divergence. On this, just a clean old external or a retracement. So trading this retracement phase of price is just trading back within internal gaps. Once you do that, internal range has been traded into. You can look for the universal model of internal to external here. Pretty clean based upon the 6 a.m. closure. ES is a little bit higher in the range. NQ is about right at EQ. NQ at EQ about. So weaker in the range, and then obviously YM is stronger. So based upon that, I've been breaking down the 1 hour chart, so we shall see what's occurring. It's pretty nice on all assets. Obviously, the closures, no multiple divergences here. We got a sweep like a little SMT low here. Da 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 da. I mean, pretty simple. Yeah, nice, just clean old expansion, retracement. Retracement is a what? Huh? Continuation piece of price action. So expansion, new phase of price as we meet a draw. Retracement, that phase of price is just a continuation signature. We are not reversing, so we can see, then therefore we can see continuation into the previous direction that we are already expanded in. So you get the 1 hour when the price is already leaving you here a bit. Let's see the 15-minute. I mean, this is just pretty green to just spot and open at low high close if you think you're a bit expanded already, because you can gauge it based upon this here. So you get the dealing range. Is this my dealing range one? Yep, boom. So you're about already to this level here. This is kind of the range you want. You're past 50%, so you're almost at 75. Obviously, this is a bit inverted, so it's like right at 65. So you're a bit deep in this range here. You could take sells, but you might want to see a bit of a retracement to get back on side. If you don't feel like shorting a bit too low in this range, as you can see, the draw is right here. So when you open up this hourly candle, you just dump. So not much to say there with that, as you already have the candle closure here you could have got on side with. There's a little SMT, yep, between these. Not SMT, but SMT here, obviously. Boom, boom. Get this retracement. It's a PSP, and then it just closes. Yeah, these are the days where you might just miss the price action, so you just gotta kind of see. You might want a bit of a retracement. You have retracement into a gap here. SMT, nope, nope, nope. So see if you can get a continuation piece of price action. This is still at 10:05. The draw might be met here. You get an order block put in. It really just depends. Due to the draw here, I truthfully would have taken this. I can't quite remember if I did trade this day, but I just got a drill within my head mostly the weaker price action is going to deliver the shorts the best. I always think like, well, you got this draw here and like it's still open, and then a lot of times this will just chop. But NQ, clearly the weaker asset, the leading asset into these draws. You can even take a 1 minute. Let's see what the 1 minute looks like. Not really too clean in that. The simple one is this here. You sell, boom, stop loss. Maybe you don't want to. Maybe you want to risk a little bit because this is quite a deep stop loss. So you want to go 14, like 214.40. Like this is what you're gonna have to enter. Whatever. I can't get my fingers there. Okay, whatever. Close enough. So this would be your entry basically. Pretty clean. You almost get 2R exactly, and then it has that retracement, and then a bit more of a retracement. We have an expansion candle back into the range. So this is an hourly expansion candle back into the range. So pretty clean. But you see like what I'm talking about. If you would have took this, you just don't even get it, which is a brutal failure swing. So now you have triple equal lows down here, which will eventually deliver. So we're just kind of entering a new phase of price as we hit the draws on both of these assets. Odd that this leading asset kind of switched strength. Let's see if there's any strength switch. You can see it on the 15 minute if there really was. No, just why I'm delivering it doesn't. You had a larger expansive candle here. Yeah, so just cleaner overall on NQ and YM rather than ES. You just have these brutal. Look at this. There's a failure swing to this, which is a failure swing very far out, but still a failure swing nonetheless. So you can look. Nice thing though, when you have signatures like this, it'll probably come back to this. Don't think the market won't get it to get back on this. So just look at this tomorrow on ES to trade into that level. So yeah, that is Monday's trade recap, kind of price breakdown on the day. We'll get into Tuesday next. I'm just going to go straight into Tuesdays and not kind of chart it out or do more of a reverse engineer style. I'm just going to go interactive because I already told you at the end what the breakdown or what I already knew to be true out of this day, that EAS would deliver into this external range. But I want to just break down some tidbits, and then we'll break down the lower time frame, intermediate time frames of the delivery. So what I had already previous from the day prior is that we need to see continuation signatures past this swing low. So you do have a touch into this gap. So you could classify this as external range liquidity into internal range. What do you see on this asset that previously manipulated first? We don't see any true reversal signatures away from this external range. So that would, in my head, simply mean continuation signatures lower, especially with how close these draws are. Even if we have a day maybe higher, I would still like ES to trade into these. Now, based upon how close they are in proximity, I'm pretty sure this was an Asia session trade. I will have to see once we break down the 4 hour, but pretty simple, just a bit of a consolidation day. I would classify this as this should, if we want to see some strength switch, as this has already taken out the lows all the way down here, well, not down here, it's pretty close, but for YM, we could see a bit of a strength switch at play as it needs to catch up to its two buddies. So we'll go ahead and break down the 4 hour. We'll see these still from yesterday. Brutal swings there. So what do you have in the New York PM? Just consolidation candle. Bit of a range back. PSP here as well. No SMT. I'm pretty sure this delivers right into ERL, so I just want to see what happens. Yeah, so you open up the day, dump immediately. Well, 1800. What the fuck? Oh, that's 1800. I was like, where the hell is that 1800 candle? No SMT. No SMT. Boom. Yeah, we're already so close to it. So this would be a day I would just involve myself in continuation trades. I'm not gonna like play and be like I'm up. Sometimes I am. Like right now is almost about to push into Asian session on my time frame. That's funny. On my time zone. So sometimes I do peep stuff like this that is very clean. As in, where is it? You go into this. We have expansion, consolidation. So if we open up in a new phase of price, I'd want to see manipulation. We don't even get that out of this candle at 1800. It would have been a lot cleaner if we would have continued lower based upon an SMT, but I don't even think we get that. We kind of just dump. So we'll move past that and go into the New York trade. So we're already opening lower. Let's go into this 2200. So we have a gap here. This is going to be pretty key at play. We're going to want to see some sort of divergence to trade lower within this. Again, we're so expanded within the Q that this might be the strength switch to kind of bring it down. So maybe this swing low. This could be a draw, pretty easy draw on YM, as it's just so out of phase. Not out of phase per se, but just out of sync with its other two buddies. So don't know why I even put an SMT there, but nonetheless, we have the key level here. We'd want to see this hold to continue lower, and same thing that applies there. We had the draw externally on ES. What do you want to see? We don't want to see deep retracements, as in that doesn't support continuation lower. So if we're going to hit this external range and continue lower, we don't want to see like true reversal, V-shaped recovery. If we do get that, then that would kind of invalidate going lower. What is this? Is this 6 a.m.? So boom, you have that strength switch. The previous, as you can see, leading asset is now printing a bearish PSP, and it's already leading, as you can see, as it puts in the higher high SMT. So what would you want to see out of this asset? You'd want to see a stronger displacement lower, faster, SysD out of this market compared to these two. In Q, clearly you wouldn't trade lower just due to the 6 a.m. closure here. This one's a halfie as normal as ES does, and then this is completely bearish. So based upon 9 a.m. you have kind of a rejection wick off of this low, but it is a bearish candle, with this being so strong and so close to its wick high here. You want to see a sweep, and that could be the trigger to go lower. What would invalidate this? If we just SysD higher on all assets, or these two are just not playing the game of not catch up rather, but just not getting on side with price. It can chop, it can consolidate, but if this just straight up expands, it's going to be hard to trade that out of sync price with YM. So get to the 15-minute here. Let's see what we have. So we have this 945 PSP, not PSP, I don't know why I said that. So immediately dumps, we have the sweep. So now we have that SMT here, as you can see. Closure, nice. And we have the draws that are pretty far out, but nonetheless they are draws. So with that 10 a.m. candle, I already kind of missed it. Not missed it, but we will open up. So we have an order block there. So this is the SMT high. No, it's not. This is the SMT high. Okay, so a bit of a two-stage. So boom, this takes that, and then this sweeps that, and then order block 1010. Yeah, this is an entry all day. There's a damn pigeon right outside my window. I can hear it. So this is the entry, just on this. Let me in. Dude, if y'all can hear that pigeon, I'm gonna have to end this trade soon. I'm gonna have to get this trade to your cap. So, dude, I fucking hate the pigeons here. Anyways, hopefully y'all can't hear that. And then just go lower. If I lose while this pigeon just is a bastard, I'm gonna be so pissed. Boom, there's the trade. Okay, you get it. You got it. I'm gonna go fucking kill that pigeon. No, I'm not. I'm just gonna go kindly ask him to leave. But y'all get the vision on why I took this trade. Peace. Alright, we are on to Wednesday's price action. I'm just gonna keep ripping through this and doing this more interactively because it's a bit quicker. I'll do the annotations later within my own journal, but I got homework still to do. So I'm trying to get through this, and I need to go train legs. So bada bing, bada boop. We're a bit extended down into this range. We're balancing into external level. There's nothing for this to balance into, but we are balancing into fair value gaps on ES. I don't mind YM continuing through this low. It's a bit obviously far away, as you can see, many points away, but we just haven't got a reversal signature off these lows yet. I mean, we have not even SMT here on these assets. Obviously SMT between these two and YM, but I don't see any true reversal signatures yet shown on the daily, so I would have to see some 4-hour true reversal to trade higher. So we'll continue through with the 4-hour profiling. It's really going to tell me the direction on the day. So we have 1400 candle. Want to see how the 1800 trades higher maybe. Yeah, we get trade higher. What do I want to see? Maybe a swing of this. respect this 4-hour gap, so this would be in lieu of EQ. So this is just the things I say time and time again. Sweep this. ES would have to come quite large back up into the range to sweep that swing high, so maybe there's a 1-hour gap, but we're going to stick to the 4-hour here. That's what a base price action on. We're trading higher, just looking at these failure swings left in the market. This is pretty clear that we're going to trade lower. Will it deliver in London? I hope not. As a New York trader, yeah, so clearly NQ strength leader higher. We have YM rather, now tapping into this gap. This is very large, so this could be the trigger to go lower. I would not want to see NQ clearly come all the way up here. We've closed over that fair value gap, so now I'd want to see this price action, do its thing. But again, this is not a reversal signature in any market, so we could very well open up this 6 a.m. candle and liquidate all this. I want to say all this, but here we could, so I'm expecting obviously a tap into this, switch lower. I'm just hoping it leaves me still room to trade. On the 10 a.m. candle. Whoa, okay, so we got a bit of a strength switch here. Alright, this is different. So we have the strength switch here, clearly. We have no SMT, well, SMT there. We took out that. I kind of like ES low-key. I do like ES. We have the two-stage PSP, or two-stage cracking correlation. So this gets swept by this. So this is that swing high that I want to see. Boom. Clearly no established low of day. Have we already traded into? Yeah, this is also SMT break. You see NQ. Wait, no, that's, yeah, here we go. So that's current low of day. Boom. Doesn't trade into here. So we can just see something into this for a clean 2R. Obviously, we need some sort of very, very clean strength switch if this is going to really, we don't want to see this continue higher, obviously. So let's get into the 1 hour. Yeah, this is very, yeah. So the SMT, we already have it play as this is ran all the way into this, which is way far out. I'm liking ES mostly. I would have to go to the 5-minute and just see what signatures are offered. So we have that 955. So we have to see the gap. The gap on NQ here respected is what I would want to see. If we can get a swing into that. No SMT, so we haven't, I don't like that signature. Yeah, I don't like that signature. There we go. Okay, SMT. Boom. Now which asset do you want to take? Let's see 15-minute lows. Man, they're all pretty green in my book. You could play this like the strength switch for this YM to catch up. I might just play ES. Hopefully I don't get stuck in the wrong asset because I don't remember how this delivers. I just like this. This is clean in my book. So, yes, obviously get involved here. Stop loss at this wick. 612. Let's go 250 because this, once I bring this up. Yep, damn. Actually pretty cool. Oh, look at that. Yeah, okay, there we go. And boom. Nice. What played out the most? They all played out quite well. Yeah, no. Now, is YM going to go all the way to that low? Maybe, probably, as long as we don't see any pullbacks higher. Yeah, nice. Yeah, nice. Cool. Yeah, nice day on that as well. So we'll get into Thursday next. So the 18th, yeah, the 18th is Thursday. Starting Thursday now, we're a bit extended in this range, so we could see a consolidation, just some sort of new phase of price, as we do have an SMT at these previous days high, but it's just a bit extended in my direction. Obviously, we have 4 congruent days of trading lower. Yeah, I just wouldn't want to see. I mean, I'm not expecting an expansion candle. I'm gonna be quite honest. I would keep my draws or my TPs very, very tight if I'm shorting. Yeah, so that's just my discretionary read on price. Clearly, based on the candle, if you are just looking at it fractally, EQ, open, low, high, close. But obviously we're extended, so I would just chill. I would chill, bro, chill. So let's go in the 4-hour profile. That's where I do my majority of the legwork. So obviously at the S&T, we're just gonna remove that drawing. We're just gonna get rid of it. We're gonna get rid of it. So obviously profiling is gonna come heavy into play here. You have a consolidation candle at 1400, as you can see out of this. We're opening lower. I like those signatures for going high. We have a huge gap. What's structurally stronger? Obviously this, so maybe YM pushes higher due to its stronger nature, bullish wise. We have a strength switch obviously here. So boom, this is SMT with PSP. It's pretty clean. Makes sense why 2 a.m. kind of expanded there. As you can see, same signatures. It's universal. So you have that SMT at the lows, PSP, and then it just pushes higher. So that's a good London trade if you're a London trader as well. You can break that down into this candle. Let's see. So you have that signature and price. Your London trade. Oh yeah, into that gap's pretty clean. Oh yeah, just like this. Nice, just nice. Dang, you gotta have the PSP there. So boom, this sweeps. So fractals on all, sweeping this low. You just break it down to the 5-minute then to see which one kind of gives you the best signature on the lower time frame. We don't have SSD on any assets. Okay, now we do, but I don't like that candle makeup. I want to see something come back into the range. Nothing. So you just kind of get the SSD and it goes higher. You even have SMT. I don't like this. I mean, it gives it to you, but I'd want to see some sort of pullback. Yeah. Nothing I would have got involved in. It's clean though. It's just you could take this and then just, pray. Not pray really. I mean, the signatures are there. Yeah, clean. Okay, let's get back on track before I get distracted. We're New York traders here. But nonetheless, you could have took that initial SSD 2R, traded it. Nice. So now we're trading into this gap. We want to see how we react out of this gap. Are we just going to place high a day and then trade lower? Who knows? We do have a 2-stage validating this low of day. So this could very much well hold. Okay, 6 a.m. has taken off. As you know, I kind of wait for 10 a.m. So what do we have here? Yeah, this is pretty clear draw on YM. 15-minute candles. SMT, no SMT, but clear continuation. Tap into a gap, C2 closure. Maybe we'll allow for YM to just open up and expand. Let's try a little 1 minute. Let's get our feet wet with the 1 minute. Let's see what signatures we can get here. I want to spot any SMTs, nothing, so we have SMT there. 1 minute SMT. Obviously 1 minute SMT there. All assets SSD, this one's being a little slower. Boom. So you just don't get on the first. I want to see the candle. I want to see an actual maybe a second order block put in. Sometimes it just depends. When the candle just opens up and gives you that SSD, I don't really take it. Okay, yeah, this is clean. And SMT, boom. So this, as you can see, this is SMT fill. This is pretty clean. 2R. It's a bit away from the gap, but we are on 1 minute, and this is not an insane. So buy here. Where's that SMT low? Is it this one? Yeah, it's this one. Cool, for 260. You could hold into that high. Let's see. Oh my. Okay, and then you lose. So that's how it goes. Not what I was expecting. I mean, that makes sense though. Yeah, we're in a bit of a gap, but it's kind of an embarrassing failure swing off that high. Did we take it on? Obviously, didn't take it on that asset. Look at that. We're live and we lose. Wait, hold on. Am I tripping? Okay, we have an SMT here. The SMT high holds. PSP here. I don't like that. I don't like that. Fuck that. So can we get back on side? Because then we have a PSP with SMT here. So let's see if we can get back on side with this. 10 a.m. Let's see. 10 a.m. Oh, hey, chill. Fuck you. Damn, this thing took off. Okay, so I got caught in the rebalance. Boom. Got swept here. So this is pretty clean here. So you get swept out, you reframe what is occurring. You think this 10 a.m. This is a clean, just new fractal SMT there to form this 10 a.m. low. This should hold. This is really clean, as in you could just like literally boom, 10 a.m. low, and then long it for the whole 10 a.m. candle. Let the whole 10 a.m. 4-hour candle hold based off this new validated low of that 4-hour candle. So you could take this, let's back, so 10 a.m. You thought you were going to go higher, you get caught in the retracement phase of price, you get a new fractal to involve yourself in. That's why I really don't like 1 minutes. Let's see. Yeah. Oh, I remember this day. I lost this day. I do remember this day because I did take. Wow. I wonder, that's kind of crazy, low-key, because I was like, oh, let's test our luck on the 1 minute time frame. I lost this day due to entering on the 1 minute time frame, and I have in my journal, I can pull it up in my journal, that I was like, if I would have just stuck to the 5 minute chart, I would have never entered, because look, 10 a.m. opens, gives you that sys-D, yeah, off the rip. I think that's why I took it, because I filtered down. Yeah, we got this and I filtered down and I end up getting stopped out. But it never gives that like second sys-D, like that true like wick of 10 a.m. Like, it's rare that this will be the whole wick. Like this tiny little bit, this, where is it at? Like, where's 10 a.m.? Like that little far trade down is going to be the low. That's a very expansive 10 a.m. candle low, or a slight retracement. Not very small wick, very large body. So I remember annotating that. I'm not going to dig through my Notion to pull that up. Might attach a little screenshot. But I do have this annotated within my journal. So you do get that SMT there. Nonetheless, we had the 1 minute close, so let's get back on track with that. I just remembered that. That's why I wonder if I was like, let's test our luck. All right, anyways, boom. So, SMT, get a gap supporting it higher, get a closure on YM here. You don't. You do on Y. So it looks like it's a bit of. Okay, boom. It's going to leave me. I done played too much. Is that a 2-stage? No. It's a bit of a recovery candle. What is this? 1034. Let's see what 5 looks like. Yeah. Yeah, it's just hard to get involved in this because it's just like deep retracement, and then no. Is there even a 3 minute? Oh, is there? No, there's not even an SMT there. It's just a straight tap in and tap back out, and you're about to have. Oh, this is a new 30-minute candle low. You're gonna see the 30-minute candle. That's why I wish TradingView would fix that. So yeah, as you can see, like this would be the. There's no SMT here, which I don't like. You get that tap in, yeah, which I don't like, but you can take the buy here, obviously. Validate this low, try to get your get back on this high. I'm a 2-hour trader, but let's see. Yep, and you immediately just get, let's see, does it edge you? Yeah, you get edged. Wow, you lose again. Look at that. Let's see, was that 2R though? Hold up. Me personally, as y'all have seen through my back testing, I exit at 2R. So would I even got 2R, or would I got edged? Oh, look at, brutal. Do you even, Oh, that's how the dice roll sometimes. Dang, and then it comes up. That's a brutal loss too. So yeah, maybe I should have got myself involved on this. This was just like not the best price action, as you have this deeper retracement. Boom, SMT. This is actually pretty clean here. You almost get stopped out, but you would have got 2R on this. This is pretty clean here. Where we at? Here? No, we're all the way back here. No SMT. This is kind of clean. What is this at 951? So I guess if you got involved originally here, then you held. Yep. Okay. So technically 2 losses on that day. That sucks. But how you adjust yourself, how you get, protect yourself is first entry, full R, whatever your 1R risk is. Second entry, just go half R. So you're not, full losses. Don't tilt yourself. Take them in stride and just move on to the next day. All right, we are on our last bit of price action for this market series. I did some homework, took a break. Now we're back at it. Was looking at some ES shorts and it just dumped. Look at this, actually. This is trolls. Let's see. Boom. Look at this. You get this 1 hour. I wasn't looking at it as exactly. One of my friends tipped my hand to this, but look at this. This clean retracement into the gap. Just dump. Oh my god. Gee, look at it. Oh my god. We're definitely rebalancing, hopefully, into this a little bit tomorrow. But this is just straight dump city. Get a swing into a fair value gap. Boom. 4 hour candle just expands lower. 5 minute, just no side to get on price with. Look at this. You have that swing into the gap. And it's gone right at the 2300 open. Dumps. ES, YM. Just not even anything to get on side of it. I mean, unless you just market entry here. You get some pullback here, but it's just, you don't even get the SysD. Like, get the SysD here, but then you get a volume imbalance. That's trolls. Okay, let's get into this. Hold on. Okay, cool. Nonetheless, that was just what was on my brain and a bit of homework, and now I'm back to it. So we have the SMT at the lows here with a PSP. As you can see, bearish print, bullish print. That's the divergence 1. Divergence 2 is this SMT. What I was thinking about when I was looking at this was how far will we come back within this weekly range? Because what you have here is, where's Monday? Right here, you have the weekly open. So you have Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Wow. Okay, hold on. Wait. Yeah, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Okay, Friday. Oh, jeez. It's getting late. I'm a wee bit retarded, eh? Alright, maybe I shouldn't say that. Whatever. Okay, weekly open. So are we going to flip this? You got to think of this the same way. It's almost like a delayed protraction daily profile. You're not going to really target past that daily open, yeah? Just due to this is going to be a reversal candle if we push higher with this 2-stage. So the same logic you would apply to a daily candle, you would apply to a weekly candle, yeah, because it's all fractal. So clearly we're not flipping it on here. That is would be a crazy wick. But NQ is most likely to do what I'm saying now. And this would be the same scenario. Same way you would treat like a daily candle, delayed protraction, long wick. You would trade into a reversal candle. Like not even delayed protraction, but just like a reversal candle, you adjust your targets. You don't adjust your targets if it's a standard expansion candle, you just adjust your targets well, it depends. That's not what I meant to say exactly. I'm just saying when it turns out to be a long-wicked reversal candle, you can trade a reversal profile. You just got to make sure there is a true reversal in place and adjust your targets to about the daily open, maybe London highs, whatever's open, because what long wicks don't support expansion. So, yeah. So maybe we return back to this weekly open. You could literally just target weekly open price. Does that occur? I don't know. I think I do remember from this day. What is this? 18th. I think this does go longer. Yeah, just due to this 2-stage, I think this delivers. We can go down to the 4-hour now. So we got the weekly open there. There's the SMT, true reversal, the expansion after this reversal put in at the lows here. So you see, how do we validate it? Expansion away. You want to see a clear run away from this level as it's put in to validate it, and that's what we get, especially on NQ here. So PSP there. No SMT, obviously. What is this candle? 1400. Yeah. Okay, let's get into it. We got an SMT. So yeah, this is a bit of some Asian shorts action. So you had a two-stage there as well. Locally here between these two candles, you can see divergence. Both of these are flipped. These two are bearish. These two are bullish. These two are bullish. You have the sweep on YM, not a sweep here. SMT pushes it higher. The two-stage is now confirmed. Yeah, SMT confirms PSP. You could target this swing. It's a 2 a.m. trade, yeah. I wouldn't be up, so I wouldn't target this. I don't trade London much. By then, I'm usually about in bed. To wake up in time to trade the New York AM, because for me, the New York AM is at 4:30. Thank God for daily. What is it? The changeover time, yeah. Because I used to have to wake up at like 3 in the morning for the 3:30 open, which was 9:30 EST. Now it is just waking up at 4, so that's not too bad. But nonetheless, what the fuck? I'm ranting. I got to get this day over with. It's already at 5 minutes into this recording. So you could. This is a logical trade here. This is mechanical trade. Oh yeah, free C2 reversal, PSP, bada bang, bada boop. Yeah, this is free all day. You could drop down to like a 5 minute. So you already have the SISD here, validating that wick, that low reversal, the reversal wick. So this validates it. Do you get a tap in? I'm not quite sure. Do they all SISD in unison? No, obviously that one doesn't, but ES does. If you're specifically a London trader, like you can't trade New York, you could take this. I don't know what how price usually if it gets a tap back in. Okay. Wow, volume imbalance. This is what the hell? Well, this isn't London, but what the hell? No, okay. Well, this is just taking off. There's not even going to be a 1 minute retracement within this. Well, YM, yeah. I guess with this, well, that's 157. Isn't that what it said? Yeah, 157. Wow, look at that. I mean, it's gaps, okay. Well, that's kind of suckish. That is not cool. So, well, that candle kind of expands without you. So that's how it closes there. Go ahead and get rid of that. Let's refocus. I mean, so we have the C2 reversal here, C3, C4 continuation into the CRL is what I would look at. It's closest in proximity to this draw. As you can see, ES is a bit away. So both of these could come into it. I wouldn't trade YM. Yeah, that's a pretty clean trade. Let's see if we can get something higher, like a continuation signature. We can validate the 6 a.m. low. We're just so close to it. Swing, I mean, SISD. This is continuing to. I mean, that's you can get on side. Is there a SMT into that gap? No, damn it. Wait. Oh, wait. No, I'm tripping. That's pretty clean. The trade higher. Okay, boom. Wow, this might take it out before 6 a.m. No. Let's just go ahead. This is slowly. This is why it takes so long. I like to do the reverse engineering because this just takes so long. This is I will say one thing. This is well, that's the 2 a.m. low. Never mind. Dude, if you trade like 15 minutes, I don't know. You're not really exactly. You're just anticipating that this low will hold through 4 hour. But I mean, this is great. This is a nice trade. If you're like more of a swing trader, like say you can't really like watch the markets and you're just gonna smack one overnight, like that's a pretty clean trade. Yeah, but you're just so close, and like when you're opening this close to New York, this is just gonna open and rip it. Like you're gonna have to get on side. If this doesn't obviously dump here, let's just go ahead and hurry up. Okay, so all right, never mind. Like I thought if we hung around here, like New York is gonna straight rip into this. So there's 8 a.m. There's an SMT right there. Boom, boom. Bit of a strength switch. 8:30. Was there 8:30 news? I don't know. PSP. Don't swing, take the okay. Is there SMT there? SMT, what time is this? 9 o'clock. 9:15 should expand. Yep. Definitely expands on YM. We are opening pretty quickly, and we already kind of have this continuation reversal. It's weird that we came so close to this low on, and we didn't take it on ES, but yeah, I mean, this is a pretty London highs here. Where are we at? Well, I don't want to see. Do I have the weekly profile candle? No, I don't. But yeah, you can do into London highs. It could be easy draw. It's just like, I don't know. It's just, it feels like price is kind of played out. Whatever. We're just going to go into it. It should just smack ERL. Oh my jeez. Okay, yeah. She takes off on you. 9:36. So you have the expansion at the open. 5 minute. What is a 5 minute offer? 9:25. 3 minute. Barely. This price is just so over. I think you're getting close now to that weekly flip that this just wouldn't even make sense. Let's see. Where's that weekly open candle? Oh yeah, you're past the weekly open by the time 6 a.m. rolls around. Let's make this available and all visible in all time frames. So you could maybe target weekly open on ES, and that's about it. Let's go back down to the minutes here. Okay, you hit the weekly open on this candle, flipping it. So let's see how it interacts with weekly open. Yeah, it taps it and just kind of probably is going to chill around it, because that's going to be would be an insane reversal candle on this week. And what I mean by that, let's see it now as it's played out. So we have this weekly candle here, and then this is what I was talking about. It was a reversal candle on this week with SMT. I would expect bullish price action just simply based on this. We have a PSP 2-stage. So this runs it, reversal C2. This should definitely come into these highs next week. So that's going to be my bias already. Reversal off this, bullish. So 2-stage PSP or 2-stage Kraken correlation here. But that's what I was talking about. Like, you wouldn't want to see it push much past the opening price. Same with a daily, reversal candle. How you're just not going to target past 1800. London highs would be something you could target if it's open. But yeah, this candle is not going to close as obviously like an expansion candle and completely just flip this range. Like, point me one candle that really does that, has a long wick and a fat body. Like, it's just, yeah, as you can see. So that was a bit of just not how I trade. I like 10 a.m. continuations, and you're not going to get that on a day like today. See, obviously. We're traded already past weekly open at the 6 a.m. candle. Price was just hot and heavy off the jump. So some days you're in, some days you're out. Some days your draw, like we wanted, longs, and it happens without you, and that's okay. So that is the whole week of the, what was that? Geez, my days are mixing up. Almost said the 8th. This is the 15th, yeah, 15th through the 19th price action. We will continue on with another week's worth of data tomorrow. I'm going to continue to pump these out. I don't care. This keeps me accountable. I like this. And as well, I will get pretty busy, but this will make me be like, I got to knock this out. Because if I didn't have this today, truthfully, I would have probably cut my back testing a bit. Because it's been a little bit busy, hectic as I'm getting out of the military. A lot of life things are happening right now, still in school, like trying to finish my degree, million things. It is what it is. I'm still finding times. Gotta work, gotta stay strong. That sounded dumb. I've been lifting for like ever. So just a lot of different things. Probably about to go on a run. I need to reset my eyes. I've been looking at the charts forever. Nonetheless, this isn't a podcast. Don't know why I'm rambling. Cool. Peace. See you in the next video.